Hey everyone, welcome back. So, where the fuck have you been, Lily? Good question. Love abandoning my channel bi-weekly. Today, we're gonna be discussing Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. As majority of you know, I really don't like this book, okay? I read it back in 2014, I would say. When I first kind of found BookTube, there was no escaping the hype for this book. You know what I mean? It was everywhere. Everybody was talking about it. Everybody was talking about how amazing it was. And I read it and can't say the same, really. So I made a video a while back called Shit Books That I Hate. I basically talked about this book in the video, saying that I hated it so much, and that if you wanted me to make a review for it, I would make one. Ever since posting that video, I have just had non-stop comments from people asking me, can I make this review? So here it is. I also want to start this video by saying that I'm not trying to bash anybody who likes this book. I just don't understand how it's so popular. So, if you don't know what this book is about, it's basically about this girl called Anna Oliphant. Her dad basically sends her to go attend boarding school in Paris. The school she ends up going to is called the School of America in Paris. So it's like an American school. It's an English-speaking school, but it's just in Paris. Anyway, so she arrives at this boarding school and she falls in love with literally the first guy she sees. I'm not even joking, read the book. And his name is Etienne St. Clair. He's an American guy with a British accent and a French name. Fuck off. I honestly wish that was a joke. It's about their relationship together, going from friends to more than friends, even though the guy has a girlfriend. Yeah. So it's basically a book about a guy emotionally cheating on his girlfriend, and then this girl slut-shaming every other girl who likes this guy, but it's okay when she likes him. Also hates on pretty much every other girl, and she's different and unique and special because she has a bleached strip in her hair and a gap tooth, so she's, you know, unique and different and not like other girls. And she also is a movie critic. Oh, we're gonna get into that, fuck. And she's a fucking idiot on top of it all. Yeah, so if it sounds like something you would enjoy, I mean, I'm not about to fucking sit here and recommend this book to anybody, but yeah, I'm just gonna tell you right now, this review is gonna be so fucking long. I typically would like to talk about something positive that I liked, and then I get into the negatives. So, fuck that. There's literally no positives to this book at all. The only thing I like about this book is that the font was really big, so it took me less time to read it so that it was done faster. Alright, so moving into things that I didn't like. If you don't want to be spoiled, go away, because I'm going to talk about spoilers now. So, I want to talk about our main character, Anna, first. She's the person who we are stuck in their mind of. It's first person. So we're stuck in Anna's head for the entirety of this book, which honestly felt like a fate worse than death. If I ever became this much of a fucking idiot, throw me off a bridge. Please, someone hunt me down, throw me off a fucking bridge. I don't understand how it is possible for someone to just be so unaware of everything, have so little general knowledge, and to just be so incompetent. This girl is something else. Her dream is to study film theory. She wants to be the nation's greatest female film critic. She really is obsessed with film. Her email is like her nickname at femmefilmfreak.com, which is her blog. She's got like a film reviewing blog. Her car is named after Sofia Coppola, the director. This girl goes to Paris and is surprised to find that there are cinemas in Paris. Film was literally invented in Paris, okay, in France. This is a quote. She gets to her school and she's sitting in her dorm because she's bored. Since I have no new movies to review for Femme Film Freak, because I'm severed from everything good and pure and wonderful about America, the cinema. You're in Paris? Etienne says this to her at one point. He goes, Paris is the film appreciation capital of the world. And Anna goes, you're kidding! Not only does it take her an entire month to actually go see a film, when she finally does go see a movie, she only watches American movies. What kind of wannabe greatest female film critic, goes to Paris, of all places, and then only sees American movies. Like, nation's greatest film critic? Oh my god, it's so funny. They're talking about like what movies they're gonna go see, and she's like, her friend says something about like old movies, and Anna goes, she didn't realize that my cinematic tastes are a bit more sophisticated. My cinematic tastes are a little more sophisticated. That's why I only see American movies. And she also says, I appreciate any well-made film. Unless it's not American, then fuck that. This girl's gotta be quite delusional if she thinks she's gonna be a successful film critic one day. Oh, she loves film. She knows fucking nothing about film. Let's just talk about how much of a fucking idiot she is. Anna literally avoids ordering food at the cafeteria for a week because she's afraid of ordering food in French, even though she goes to an English-speaking school. And it's all because she heard the person in front of her order in French. So she's like, fuck, I have to order my food in French. She jumps to conclusions like a moron. Even if she had to order food in French and didn't speak the language, it's not that fucking hard. There's a couple things she could have done. I mean, for one, she could have just asked the person, do you speak English? I'm guessing that's what anyone with half a brain would probably attempt first. Hi, do you speak English? You do? You speak English at this English-speaking American school? Wow, I had no idea, that's great. If they don't speak English, point at what you want. It's called not being a fucking idiot, and it's pretty easy to do, okay? You just have half a brain and you'll get there. Goddamn. This girl goes to the movies 6 times in 1 week, but doesn't have any money to buy real food. I mean, if you're eating out of a vending machine because you don't have any money to get real food, maybe you should reevaluate where you're putting your money, you know what I mean? Maybe going to the cinema 6 fucking times is not the best idea. Page 185, Anna and Etienne visit this crypt in Paris. For those of you who don't know what a crypt is, it's basically like a stone chamber that's underground, usually below like a church or some other kind of building like that. It's generally like a sacred place. You know what I mean? It's like a graveyard, but it's underground in like these catacombs kind of thing. So, you know, just like how you wouldn't do some disrespectful shit in a fucking graveyard, you wouldn't do some disrespectful shit in a fucking crypt either. I don't understand why Stephanie Perkins thought this was a good idea. They basically start chasing each other around this crypt, like running around inside a fucking crypt. Could Stephanie Perkins really not think of a different location for them to chase each other around? Did it have to be in a fucking crypt? Like, I don't understand how anyone read that and was like, oh yeah, true. Anyway, so there's that. Basically, every single other sub-character or every other side character in this book is literally background noise. Stephanie Perkins gives a brief description of their appearance and then one defining characteristic, and that's it. There is absolutely like no insight into their lives. Rashmi, I forgot that she was a character half the time. She's just like there to fill space. It sucks. Rashmi literally gets forgotten at one point. Anna sits down and feels bad that Rashmi has been ignored in the whole mess. Josh is just the dude that likes art and he's really hot. Oh, Meredith, her entire personality is being in love with St. Clair and being jealous of Anna. Meredith's character is literally only there to make Etienne even more off limits and to help like turn up the teenage angst in this book. Almost every single time Meredith is in a scene, she's either fawning over St. Clair and being pathetically in love with him, or she's being jealous of Anna or Ellie. Think I'm joking? Like, you want fucking proof? Page 142, example. Page 124, another example. Page 143, another example. Page 219, another example. Page 298, another example. Need I fucking go on? Her friend's back home. She's got this tough guy who's like her almost boyfriend, but not really. They stop talking as soon as she moves to Paris. He just doesn't fucking keep contact with her at all. First of all, with this Christopher guy. She moves to Paris. It's not like I expected him to write every day, or even every week, but ... Where is the logic in that sentence? Do you know what I mean? Like, if you're literally gonna say, I don't expect you to email me every day or even every week How can you get mad at someone for not emailing you in 2 days? Am I the only one who reads that and is like, where is the fucking logic? Like, where is the logic though? And she has this friend called Bridget who is a drummer or something like that. And this Toph guy is in a band. So her friend Bridget joins this band, this Toph guy. What ends up happening is Bridget and this Toph guy end up getting together. And Anna doesn't know. Anna comes back to America on the school break. Goes to this concert where her friend Bridget and Toph are playing at some, I don't know, it's a bowling alley or something like that, I don't know. Their band name is the Penny Dreadfuls, and they're like a rock band. And Toph is like, we're the Penny Dreadfuls, thanks for coming out to see us. My name is Toph. That's Reggie on bass, and the hottie in the back is Bridge. And then he turns around and he says, and oh yeah, don't screw her, cause I already am. Suck it, Atlanta, good night. I mean, right off the bat, we can tell that this guy is a real gentleman. Suck it, Atlanta, good night. He's very classy. I can understand why Anna likes him. He sounds like a lovely boy. And then she's like, oh my God, I can't breathe, I'm having a heart attack. I don't understand how this girl thought that she was gonna come back to Atlanta after being gone for an entire year. And she's been flirting with this other guy, having a thing with this other guy for an entire year. And she comes back to Atlanta only to find that this guy doesn't love her anymore, or if he ever did. People aren't gonna fucking wait around for you for a year, especially at 16. Like that's just not gonna happen. One of the main points was like, she's really pissed off at her friend Bridget because Bridget knew that Anna had a thing for Toph, and like, how could Bridget do that to me because she knew that I liked him and she still went for him anyway. Like, how dare you? I agree, it's a fucking shitty move. Like, the friend is a dog for doing that. Need I remind everyone that Anna literally does the same thing to Meredith? The exact same thing. Anna is literally the biggest fucking hypocrite, I swear to God. Also, okay, let's get into the cheating aspect. I mean, right off the bat, I can't ship, or whatever the fuck people call it. I can't like ship a relationship that's like born out of cheating. I never will be able to support that ever. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry actually. I don't fucking agree with it at all. At all. I think cheating is so unnecessary. It's just such a cruel thing to do to another person. Someone, especially someone that you supposedly love or did love at one point. And it's really disrespectful and really dishonest. And just the fact that so many people are fangirling over this relationship that's honestly just hurting someone, Ellie, Etienne's girlfriend, I don't understand. Because whether you think emotional cheating and like flirting with someone and this and that, they didn't ever physically cheat, but they're doing shit like they're flirting with each other all the time. They're basically going out on dates. They're like having a pillow fight and like wrestling on her bed, and she like gets changed in front of him, and like they're sleeping in the same bed for 3 days. It's all shit that's like, they didn't ever physically cheat. I mean, the most they did was they like kiss each other at the end of the book, which he's still got a girlfriend, you know what I mean? When that happens. Now, don't get me wrong, I can totally see how there would be people out there who have friendships like that, and they're totally platonic, and there's just like no romantic feelings at all, and that's just like how they are as friends. Totally understand, can get my head around that 100%. Like, the book makes it quite transparent that that's not the kind of relationship that we're seeing unfold. About a third way into the book, Etienne admits that he likes Anna more than a friend. It's quite obvious they're not painted to be friendly gestures or friendly interactions at all. They are 100% romantic, which is why I say that. Like, all these little actions don't seem that bad, but when you know that they're just like, when you know that the intentions behind them aren't just friendly, and knowing that this guy has a girlfriend, like, that's when you lose me. Anna, her other boyfriend Matt from back home, she was with this guy Matt and now she likes Toph, right? This is like way back. Not that I didn't lust after him when I was with Matt, but still. Not but still, bitch. If you are with someone and you are saying like, oh yeah, I was lusting after other guys while I was still in a relationship with this guy. And she also says, I'm pretty sure he knew, but she didn't give a fuck. Like, you're an asshole. Ugh. It's frustrating. I also want to talk about this other bullshit with Dave, okay? Okay, so this Dave guy. Eventually, Etienne says to her, like, I don't want to leave my girlfriend because I'm afraid of being alone. Even though he wasn't alone, like, even if he left Ellie, he would have had Anna. So, like, he wasn't going to be alone. So, I don't understand that whole, like, logic. Basically, this guy called Dave, Etienne fucking hates him, okay? Anna is angry at Etienne for choosing Ellie over her, even though Ellie is his girlfriend. So this Dave guy, this guy that Etienne hates, comes up and basically compliments Anna. I think he calls her beautiful or something like that. And she goes, oh my god, Dave called me beautiful. Do I like Dave? Her and Etienne's fling is broken off, and then she gets with Etienne's, like, nemesis, Dave. Which, you know what? Whatever, okay? Go for it, bitch. If you want to just jump to the next guy a split second after things go haywire with him, do you, okay? I don't give a fuck. But it's so obvious that it's like some childish attempt to get back at Etienne, okay? Because why the fuck else would she go from Etienne to Etienne's enemy, have a fight, and she immediately goes running to his enemy and starts a relationship with him. And it's embarrassing. It's like kind of cringy, not gonna lie. Also the fact that she says, she like keeps saying shit like, oh, I should probably spend time with him, Dave, when she doesn't really want to fucking hang out with Dave. You know, she's always being like, I guess I should hang out with Dave. He is my boyfriend after all. Like, she doesn't really have any fucking interest in this Dave guy. She doesn't give a fuck about Dave's personality. She doesn't even think his appearance is that great. She like kind of shit talks him a couple times. She like talks about how like, oh, his hands are small or like some fucking bullshit. I don't know. She's like criticizing his appearance and criticizing him. And it's like she turns and looks at St. Clair and she's like, St. Clair's hostile stare only makes her more determined to go and spend time with Dave or something like that. Something along the lines of that. I'll insert the page number. If that doesn't just prove that she's doing this out of spite, like, I don't know what does. Do you see what I mean? See how painful it is to read this book? Like, how childish do you want to be? You're 16. Grow the fuck up. No one gives a fuck if you're dating an enemy to get back at the dude who has a girlfriend. So what the fuck do you think you're going to accomplish anyway? Okay, so there's a point. This is after she, like, St. Clair sleeps in her bed while everyone's away on Thanksgiving. And so the next morning she wakes up and she's like, oh my god, I slept with St. Clair. Like, obviously not. I mean, I didn't sleep with him, obviously, but I slept with him. Yeah, we get it, bitch. But she goes, I can't wait to tell Bridge, her friend Bridget, except what if she tells Toph? And then I can't tell Meredith because she'd get jealous, which means I can't tell Rashmi or Josh either. It dawns on me that there is nobody I can tell about this. Does that mean it's wrong? The fact that she can't tell anyone about it, she thinks, oh, maybe it was wrong that I did that. Doesn't stop her from doing it 2 more times. I'm like, what the fuck, Etienne? And I think it's so fucked how everyone is so obsessed with Etienne. And like, Etienne is supposed to be this super swoon-worthy American boy with a fucking British accent and a French goddamn name. You know what I mean? He's like so swoon-worthy. But like, how the fuck are you swooning over someone that actively goes out and is like doing all this shit with other girls behind their girlfriend's back, leading on 2 separate girls for an entire year? Because he has absolutely no intentions of breaking things off with Ellie. So why the fuck is he going around leading on Anna and Meredith for an entire year? There is nothing swoon-worthy about a guy like that. I'm so sorry. In my opinion, at least, there is nothing fucking attractive about a guy like that. God damn it. He knows exactly what he's doing this whole time, and as much as Anna is at fault, Etienne is just as bad, if not worse. Think about it like this though. If Etienne was Anna's boyfriend, you know what I mean? If they got together and then Etienne started doing that with another girl, oh bitch, Anna would not be happy at all. Like, let's admit, end of the fucking world. This is what, okay, talking about their kiss at the end. But they eventually kiss at the very end. It's all amazing. In Anna's mind, she's like, this is amazing, like, blah, blah, blah. Meredith sees them, or like the friends see them or something like that. Catch them. And they're like, what the fuck? And then Meredith runs away crying, and then Etienne chases after Meredith. Anna goes, oh my god, he's choosing Meredith over me again. So she goes, not only was I caught kissing someone that I had no right to be kissing, and not only was it the greatest moment of my life, but he's rejecting me in front of everyone. The emphasis on that, the fact that he went after Meredith instead of staying with Anna. The emphasis is on that. She cares more about the fact that she's being rejected in front of people than the fact that she's just kissed someone else's boyfriend and she's just hurt her best friend. Like, that's not her biggest concern right now. Her biggest concern is herself. This is what's supposed to make it all better. This is what's supposed to make this book all better. At the very end, Anna supposedly has this light bulb moment where she goes, how could I do that to Meredith? I'm such a shit person. And Ellie, and oh my god, this and that. She doesn't go and apologize to anyone. She doesn't take any action to make things right at the very end. She just kind of half-heartedly realizes things. Just goes like, oh yeah, that was probably not the best. Whoops. Slap on the wrist. And like, off she fucking goes. And then he goes and breaks up with Ellie, and then they get together and have a fucking happy little life. Like, what? That's so stupid. What kind of message is that? Really? These two people, this girl is actively betraying, or whatever the fuck, the trust of her friends the whole time. She's just being a shitty fucking person, being a massive hypocrite, being a bitch, all this bullshit, and then this guy who is actively going out and emotionally cheating on his girlfriend the whole fucking novel, leading these two girls on, just being a shitty fucking arrogant little bitch. In the end, they get to live happily ever after. Fuck off. Fuck off. Like, that's just not... What the fuck do you mean? Like, how? I really, really want to talk about some of the slut-shaming, the hypocrisy, and a lot of the girl hating that goes on in this book. One thing that a lot of people were surprised about, in my shit books that I hate video, I mentioned that there was a lot of slut shaming and like a lot of girl hating and shit like that. And people were shocked. They were like, what? I didn't pick up on any of that. Like, what are you talking about? This is what I'm fucking talking about, okay? Anna she's made out to be like, oh, she's so innocent and pure and good, and she's made out to be like the hero of the story, like, yeah. But every other girl that like goes after someone that she likes, or any other girl that dates one of her exes, is automatically subpar to Anna. They're automatically a skank, and they're either a stupid skank or a bitchy skank. Her ex's new girlfriend, Cherry, or whatever the fuck, she's this pretty girl, blah, 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 and she dresses a little more provocative, I guess. Anna and her friend Bridget start calling her Cherry M for meretricious, which meretricious means seemingly attractive but lacking substance. Pretty on the outside, but she's just a dumb bimbo, she's just an airhead. Of course, her ex's new girlfriend is a slutty bimbo. Anna is always so much better than any other guy, than any other girl that tries to date someone she likes or liked. Do you get where I'm going with this? All the other girls that are going after St. Clair, like Amanda. I agree, the character Amanda is a fucking bitch. She's mean. She's really mean and nasty. But there is no doubt in my mind that it was not a mistake that all of the bitchy girls in this story are also skanks and also dress provocatively. It's so fucking obvious. That's some shit that I picked up on straight away. Like Ellie, Etienne's girlfriend. Ellie does literally nothing to Anna, and Anna hates her guts for the entire book, purely because she's just dating the guy that she likes. What a fucking stupid reason to hate someone. Now here's a line that honestly fucking, it baffles my mind that this book is so fucking beloved by everybody, and that everybody would have read this part She goes, I fantasize about their breakup, how he could hurt her, how she could hurt him, and all the ways that I could hurt her back. I want to grab her Parisian-styled hair and yank it so hard it rips from her skull. I want to sink my claws into her eyeballs and scrape. Why won't he give her up? Why? What? What the fuck? I don't understand how everybody read that line. I don't understand how so many people read that and no one gives a fuck. Am I the only one who reads that and thinks, what the fuck, bitch? She wants to like violently attack this girl for doing nothing but already be dating the guy that she likes. I'm done. I'm actually curious. Everyone who read the book and loved it, do you remember reading about Ellie and hating her? Like, do you remember reading the book and being like, oh my god, Ellie, what a bitch, blah blah blah, can they just break up already, this and that? And you started not liking the character Ellie because she was like getting in Anna's way. I want to know like why people think it's okay for an author to kind of turn things around like that and make everyone start hating on this character who's done nothing wrong for just such a petty fucking reason. Like, Ellie is supposed to be seen as a bad guy because she is pretty, is dating the love interest, and because she dressed as a slutty nurse for Halloween, she's a bad guy. For what? What did she do? Ellie is basically getting emotionally cheated on, but it's all right because she dresses like a hoe. It's 100% slut shaming. I don't understand how nobody else has picked up on this. I feel like this copy of the book is a fucking different book to what everyone else is reading, because what am I missing? What am I missing about this book that's so great that all of that other shit doesn't matter? There is just so much girl hating in this book. It makes me sick. The character, like I said, the character Amanda, the one that's like a bitch and like is also a slut, she tries to flirt with St. Clair and she obviously has a thing for him. And Anna like ridicules her for it and is constantly like hanging shit on these girls who have a thing for St. Clair, and she's like making fun of the way that they're like bending over and like sticking their ass out and their tits out for St. Clair and like blah blah blah, and they're all trying to like flip their hair and like get his attention, and Anna's like making fun of that. Making fun of these girls for lusting after St. Clair when she's going around saying shit like, if there was an Olympics competition in hair, St. Clair would totally win, hands down. You've got to be fucking on one if you think that you can have a character showing a cleavage off to this guy and like you're trying to make me see that as like oh, that girl's pathetic, or like that's so funny, or like blah blah blah, hanging shit on that girl, when the main character turns around and says some bullshit like that. Oh yeah, also this scene at 303, Anna and Etienne get drunk and then they go to a nightclub or something like that, and then it's described as Anna basically starts dancing on St. Clair and all this bullshit, and then someone says the next day, you guys practically had sex on the dance floor. Like, Anna can dance all up on someone who has a girlfriend, and it's totally fine. Like, Anna's not a bad guy at all. But God forbid someone wears a low-cut top. What a fucking bad person you are. That you're a skank, you're a bitch, you're automatically a bad person. But when Anna does it, it's totally fine. And that's a reoccurring thing that you will see over and over in this book is fuck anyone else that does it, but when Anna does it, it's okay. It's just over and over again, and I just don't understand how someone can be that much of a hypocrite and that much of just a shitty fucking person, and then for them to still be a hero in the end. And with Etienne, I don't understand how some guy can treat these girls so fucking poorly and just lead them on and just be a douche and disrespect his relationship and disrespect these girls and blah 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 and be a little asshole. And he's still a swoon-worthy, everyone's in love with this guy love interest. In what universe, bitch? I guess it just boils down to, I'm not the biggest fan of books that revolve around a whole bunch of girls hating on each other and fighting each other and being bitches and being mean and being vengeful and spiteful and this and that over one guy, like, who is an asshole anyway. It just sends the worst possible message to young readers. The worst possible message. Disrespect your relationships. Fight over a guy. So much bullshit. I'm not even gonna go through the rest of my points. I'm done with this review, okay? I'm done with this book. I'm over it, okay? I never wanna fucking look at it again. I never wanna speak about it again. Once more, while I don't understand how the fuck this book became so popular, and while I don't understand why so many people love it, I can still respect your opinion on the book, okay? Just like I would hope that you would respect my opinion. There it is. There is my thoughts on Anna and the French Kiss. I'm physically exhausted now. Now, in the comments below, I am so genuinely interested. If you still love the book after hearing everything that I've had to say today, in the comments, please tell me why you like the book. I really genuinely would love to know why people love this book so much, because I've read it twice now and I hated it more each time. And I know it's funny because there's a thing where people say like you can reread them and they just get better, like the Anna books or whatever. And I've read it twice and honestly it was more painful the second time around. That's it for today's video. I'm so sorry if this video was like a million years long and you didn't want to fucking watch a million-year long review. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Goodbye.